Good evening everyone, Noswaith Darpal. My name is Richard Bennett, I'm the Chair of Squash Wales, and I'm very pleased this evening to be able to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to Phil BRAILEY. Phil will need very little introduction to most of you in the room. He's been a long-standing member and player, administrator of squash in South Wales in particular, and certainly if you've played league squash in South Wales in the last 20-30 years, you will certainly have come across Phil. He started out during the age of wooden rackets and short shorts, but has done far more for Squash Wales than just simply be a player. Most importantly, Phil took over the role of Chair of Squash Wales in around the early 2000s, when Squash Wales and other governing bodies of sport in Wales were undergoing some significant changes and needed to really modernise how they worked. Phil and a small group of other new board members at that time led the organisation through a really major period of change that was imposed upon them by some regulatory and statutory changes, and really put in a lot of groundwork for where the organisation is today, including incorporation as a company. So there's very little doubt that really there's no one else that has made such a lasting impression on squash in Wales than Phil BRAILEY, and I hope you would join me in congratulating Phil on his Lifetime Achievement Award tonight.
They call him, Mr. League Squash. His commitment over the last 30 years, 25 years, doing that sort of both has been unrivaled, really. His enthusiasm, his attention to detail, running the leagues, transferring the leagues, transforming the leagues into what they are today. This guy behind the scenes has been unparalleled. Along with that then, within the governing body, he has helped us develop our domestic calendar, his seeding, his draw, his daily sort of scheduling linked to every event that we have run within the Welsh calendar for the last 30 years. His commitment and his passion, like I said, for the last 30 years has been unparalleled. What Mike has done and his commitment, without people like Mike doing his role in his particular field, we wouldn't be where we are today, to be honest. "25 years plus his commitment to the governing body, initially as a coach and then as Director of Coaching and Development. His passion and drive and commitment to the cause of squash is unrivaled, really. When Mike Workman was in the room, his presence in relation to squash was totally infectious. His commitment, he was the captain of the ship for the last 20 years and took the governing body to where it is today. For those of us who are lucky or unlucky to have played him, this guy is a tough cookie on a squash court. Be it playing squash or racquetball, be it playing in a club environment or for the country, this guy, you knew you had a game of squash coming off court with him. I've got to be careful what I say, but his volley boast is renowned in South Wales. He beat a couple of us up by using that shot. And his matches for the clubs that I remember him playing for, Lakeside, St Mellons and the Vale, and especially his matches representing Wales in the Masters event are renowned. I can refer to one particular match where typical Mike Workman show, Wales versus England, over 45 Masters. Certain people in the room will remember this match. Playing a guy who was British champion, British Open champion, a guy, real nice guy called Ian Bradburn. All on Mike Workman versus Ian Bradman, and Mike comes through 3-2 to enable Wales for the first time to beat England in an over 45 Masters International. His commitment and his drive and his passion and his willing to win that match brought us through that particular match. Mike Workman, many thanks for all you've done for Squash Wales. Thank you.